Hi, this is Jeff Wellman, and I'm here with my partners Eric Homeland and Paul Counts. Now, I'm over there on the left, as you can tell, and I like to raise turkeys. Now, Eric Homeland, on the other hand, he likes to eat turkeys, as you can see. Now, Paul Counts, well, he's just a real turkey. Now, wait a minute, that's not what I'm supposed to be saying here. There, that's a little better. Let's start this over again. I'm Jeff Wellman, along with my partners Paul Counts and Eric Homeland. And Paul really is a really cool guy. He's not a turkey. And we're calling ourselves the real guys. The reason we're calling ourselves the real guys is because we're revolting against all the fakeness that's out there in the marketplace right now. And we're here to teach you how we really make money online. So today I'm going to show you how we go from basically creating our own products from idea generation to what we need to actually create and take that product to the market to ensure its success. Now, I also want to show you how Paul and I basically get our buyers waiting with their credit cards out, ready to get our products without even really reading the sales page. And this really does happen. So let's get started. We're the real guys helping you make real money. All right, let me give you a quick brief history of who I am. Of course, as I've already stated, I'm Jeff Wellman. I am the oldest of the three of us, with between Paul and Eric and myself. I will be 51 coming up in August of this year. I got started a little bit later than most people would in life, but I look at it as that was kind of an advantage in some places because I have plenty of life experiences that I was able to draw from. I really didn't look at that, in the first part of when I first got started as being an advantage, but as I get going, I realize all the different experiences that I had in my life were really advantageous, and I'll be sharing one of those here in a little bit. But I have been married for 29 years, coming up this June, to my wife Lorraine. I'm very proud of this accomplishment in my life. I love her, and I thank God for putting her into my life. She is my helpmate. She is there for me at every turn, and she cheers me on every time that I fall. She's there to help me, say, let's get back up and let's keep going because I believe in you. And I believe everybody should have somebody like that in their life. I am a father. I have six children, ages 12. One of them just turned 12, and all the way up to 31. So I have plenty of life experience of being a father, that is for sure. I am a children's pastor and a worship leader at the church that I attend. I am basically I do the children's ministry at there and a part-time worship leader. I really enjoy singing. I love being able to use the gift that God has given me, and I use it as often as I possibly can. I am the founder and the CEO of Lay Off Your Boss Marketing LLC. That is my company that I started, and I basically started that back in 2007 when I successfully created and launched my first internet information product called layoffyourboss.com in May of 2007, which generated $104,439 within the first 30 days. Now that sounds like a lot of money to a lot of people, which it really was. But I want you to understand that, a lot of people are going to tell you, that look at all this money that I just made. Well, one of the things that I found out really quick is you don't get to keep all of this because I had a lot of JV partners that took 50% and even more of that. So, and then the problem of it is that I was basically at the position where I had just got laid off from work. I was getting laid off, and so I was way behind on my bills. And when I launched this product, most of the rest of the income that I actually made all went to pay off bills. I didn't understand how to use the money correctly. I didn't understand, what that I should be investing some of this back into the business and with it, and how to actually manage that money because I'd never had the money that I had at this point that quickly and so much of it at one time. I've learned since then that you need to handle things just a little bit differently. But basically, that was my first product launch. I've created many successful information products since. I'll be showing you some of those in just a few minutes. I'm a coach, a teacher, and a mentor. I love being able to teach people. That's one of the things that I found out that when I was at a point after my first product launch, I got to a point where I was about ready to quit because I was not doing things that I was interested in. It was not fun. Even though I was making money, which was fun, I wasn't enjoying what I was doing. It didn't fit who I was until I understood, that I could use the abilities that I had. And when I started teaching and stuff, it just felt right. It felt good. I love coaching people. I guess a lot of people say I have more patience and stuff than a lot of people to be able to work with some of the newer students. I love mentoring. I'm a speaker at live seminars. I've spoken at many live seminars already, and I absolutely love it. I have to admit that when I get up there, I'm scared to death, but it's one of those things that you got to do if you're going to uh, really shine in this market, in this field. You have to get over some fears, and you've got to face some of those things, and you got to step out of that comfort zone a little bit and step up to the challenges. I find myself scared to death when I get up there on the stage, but as you know, about 5 minutes into it, I probably am known as one of the longest winded speakers that there are out there, as you'll probably find out at the end of this video. And one of the things that I really have to end this part of it with is say, I believe you have the same capabilities to be successful just as I was. The thing of it is you're probably going to have a lot of different skills and a lot of different life situations that you're going to be able to bring into this. But you have what it takes to be successful. And you just have to find the right place for where you need to fit in. You've got a lot of different things that you can bring to the marketplace yourself. And I love helping people discover what those things are about themselves. So let's get into this training, and I really hope that you enjoy it. What I'm going to be talking about today is product creation and bringing that product to the market. How we come up with our ideas and actually to have a product that somebody's actually going to buy from us. And actually, like I said, they stand in line waiting for the next one to come out. Paul and I are really big into what we call private label rights products. We create irresistible products, and then we turn around and offer those that buy it a chance to actually own these products as their own, to actually brand it with their name and to change it the way that they would like to make it unique to them. That's what we call private label rights. Now, I want to show you something through some of the products that we created, and I want you to pay attention because I'm not just showing you a bunch of products. I actually want you to learn something through this as I teach you. When we first got started, we started out with one of our core products that we called Rapid Cash Marketing. And from there, we went on and we built another one called the $100 a day affiliate marketing system. Now, there was something about these products that was really unique, and it's the reason that we created them was because the people that were on our list were telling us what they needed. What we basically did here is we came up with two products that really helped people to start online and get results without going through the whole business building system that they had to, from getting started to, all the way to having a full 6-figure, 7-figure business all set up. People were coming online. They were frustrated because they were buying a lot of products that were just not getting any results. They had to go through this huge learning process that took forever, and a lot of people needed results right now, and that's what they were telling us they wanted. So we created these products. Basically, they were talking about how you could go out and do some freelancing and some really simple affiliate marketing strategies that we use and list building strategies that you could use to right away start generating some cash while you learn. Well, then after that, we knew that there was a lot of people that were not going to be just satisfied with staying there, that they would want to continue on. So we had to have some kind of a back end for them to move into. So what we did was we created the Simple Sales Blueprint. Now, this product basically teaches you from beginning to end, how to get started online, how to, it takes you all the way through finding your niche, creating your irresistible product, list building, traffic generation, the product launch, finding JV partners, the systems that you use, back end marketing strategies, the whole works. All those, that was one of those A to Z products. But what we were finding is that when we created these products first, people were just leaving because they were frustrated because of how long it actually took. So that's where these two products up top came from. So now when we went through that, something else that was happening is that people were wanting the transcripts to this because this was basically a video product that we created here. And so we did exactly what our list wanted us to do, and we created this book. Now this is basically the same product as this, except it's an ebook form now. We took this product and created it into 412 pages and broke it down into the 13 modules that we have there. And we rebranded it as the Easy Sales Blueprint, and we went on to create a video sales or a video product as well that we named Easy Sales Blueprint, which is basically the same thing. It's no different except for the rebranding. But our buyers wanted this. They were like, we want the transcript. So we wrote instead of ordering the transcripts, we basically wrote ebooks to go right along with it. Now, one of the things that we noticed next was that the people that were using these systems needed technical help because, I mean, you face it, you're online, you need to be setting up websites to be able to sell products. You have to have your sales pages, your thank you pages, squeeze pages, download pages to be able to deliver your product. All of this takes technical training to go along with this if you don't know how to do that. And also people wanted to know exactly how do you set these private label right products up now that we've got it. How do I actually get it to market? So we created our next product, which was called I Am Tech Training, which was basically the technical training teaching you all the technical aspects that you needed to know of that were included in these products. Now I want you to really notice something here now. Our buyers that came along and bought this, that bought private label rights to it, could now move their people as well through this because our buyers came along and bought this from us to sell to their own customers as well. Now they had this as well that they could use as a more of a front end sales to bring them into this program. And to go along with it all, we included all the sales copy, the squeeze page templates, download page templates, the thank you page templates, and we also included a 7 follow-up email series to go along with this. So when they brought them in with this product, they could take them through the follow-up that would sell them this product. And when the customers had problems with the technical course, now they had a technical training course, and they were buying this from us to include to give to their own customers and sell to them when they needed technical training. And now here's another product that we're working on. It's not yet released. It's got a little ways before we're actually done with it. But it's all about copywriting, called our Home Run Copywriters course. In this course, one of the things that people are really going to need to know is how to write good copy. We take each one of these products that we're creating and we create them so that they can be positioned correctly in the mind of the customers. So not only are the people that are buying these products from us able to use them for themselves, they now have products that they can move their own customers through. They have basically a product funnel that they're able to set up and have courses that they can teach their customers that are going to position well in their customers' mind. And that's what Paul and I try to do when we're creating our products, is not just to create a bunch of products. We're here to create products that actually serve our marketplace. We are able to position them well and have enough differentiation to them that people notice us and want to buy our products. But one of the basic things that we really look for is we want to make products that we can serve our marketplace with a purpose. We've learned really quickly that to be able to get to the point of success, you need to be able to go at it with an attitude of how can I give to receive, serving our marketplace with a purpose. Now, one of the things that I was talking about it is Paul and I are becoming the marketers of choice, and this is something that you need to do as well. Now, I'm going to include some testimonials here that I want you to pay attention to and use these as learning, not just to brag about what Paul and I are doing, but for you to understand that this is where you need to go. You need to get yourself to, and I'm going to show you throughout this training how you're going to be able to do this. But as you read through some of these, it's like this guy, it says, these guys know their stuff when it comes to producing quality and content-packed videos. More importantly, my customers love these videos and I highly recommend their products. The best PLR package I've ever seen offered anywhere. This is from Liz Tomey, basically the queen of the PLR herself. And I want you to notice this first one, Ewan Chia. If you know Ewan, you know that he's one of the bigger marketers that are out there. He's been around for quite some time, and these experts themselves are coming to Paul and I to get products. Here's another one. You guys are amazing. This offer is amazing. Value is amazing. I'm a customer for life. You make me look good, and my clients always love your stuff. Now, I want you to pay attention to some of the things that these guys are saying here. This is the third package I purchased from you. The last two I jumped at, the last two I purchased, I basically jumped at the chance to get this one. And then he goes on to tell how much money that he's making with it. Now, this really is something that you need to be looking for. Not only are people actually buying your products, but they're actually getting results with them. Thanks, just wanted I launched a product I bought from you to my list yesterday, and so far it pulled in $1,244 in 36 hours. My subscribers are snapping this one up. Just wanted to say thanks for creating an awesome set of videos. Be sure to let me know when you release another batch. I'll be queuing up to buy. Here's this one. I just bought it with no hesitation. I love your stuff. Bought it without thinking. Man, Paul and Jeff, you're doing something right to make me buy without even thinking. Who can say no to Paul Counts and Jeff Wellman offer? Just ordered. Thank you for yet another wonderful package. Now, all the way throughout these testimonials, one of the things that I want you to realize is that Paul and I are creating these products not only to serve our buyers, but able to serve theirs. And by the testimonials you've seen there, it's doing exactly that. It's, these guys are saying, hey, I bought your product, used it, I'm making money, and my customers love it as well. So, we're serving a market with, we've got a purpose of what we're going about, trying to serve our market, and it's working. And we're becoming the marketers of choice, where these guys are basically not even wanting to worry about the sales page. They're just waiting for us to create another product because they know we have created products that they can position correctly in their product funnels for their customers as well. And their customers are going to buy them because they're going to be able to see that it makes sense for them to get, and it's going to make them look good in the eyes of their customers. So, and that's what you need to be doing to get yourself to become the marketer of choice. So how do you become the marketer of choice? There's several things that you need to have in place. One of them is you have to know who your customer is. You have to know who your target market is. You just can't go out targeting anybody. You have to create irresistible products. We're going to be talking about that in just a few minutes. You need to get involved with the market. You need to create generosity or the wow factor. You need to price your products correctly. You need to position products correctly in the market space, and that's something that's really important. You need to differentiate yourself from the crowd, and that's something that's also very important. You don't want to be just seen as just another marketer out there that's doing the same thing that everybody else is. You need to have a differentiation strategy. And really importantly is you stay consistent and real. When you start providing real value to somebody, you don't want to change that. You want to stay that course so that other people that are coming into it can count on you and they can trust you to deliver the value that you're promising on a consistent basis and not, just a hit and miss here and there. Now, before we get into the training anymore, I want to talk to you about a little bit about what my grandfather taught me about marketing. And I never really realized it until I got into online marketing myself. And I got to a point where I was starting to really wonder if I was going to be able to make it or not. And I remember saying to myself, man, why can't this be as simple as my grandfather made it look like when I worked for him on the market? My grandparents owned a dairy, fruit and dairy farm, and they would market their fruit, and I would go on the weekends to help them when I wasn't, helping my dad on the farm and things like that. I would help them out on the fruit market part of this too. This is what I really loved. I loved working with their customers and just being there with my grandfather and watching him work his magic basically. And some of the things that I really never understood that he did really came back to me when I started to think about, how can I make it as easy as my grandfather made it look? How can I actually succeed? And I remember a few things that he started to do. My grandfather's passed on now, but the lessons that I learned are something that I will cherish forever. I remember him telling me as we're going through this, is like the customer is always right. And I don't really believe he believed that any more than I did, because sometimes the customer is just plain wrong. But that's not where you need to go into it. You need to go into it as treating your customer the very best that you can, and and doing the things for them to so that they really see that you're really trying to please them and do everything that you can to give them the best buying experience as possible. Instead of just having fruit out there like everybody else that had it out there that went down the whole line of this place where we marketed. I mean, he wasn't the only one there selling fruits and vegetables. There was, several, hundred of other people that were selling the same products. So why were people coming to his stand over top of everybody else? Well, now that I look back on it, it's because he didn't just put fruits and vegetables out there. He put the very best and he made them look good. I can remember him handing me a rag and saying, start polishing those apples to put them out there. He says, I don't want them to look like everybody else's where it's got, it looks like they just came off the tree and spray and stuff on them. He said, I want you to, polish them up to really make them look good. We want to have a really good presentation here. And then he would always rearrange things in different methods and stuff that I never really could understand. Well, I was one guy that liked to rearrange things too. And I thought, well, I'm going to try my hand at this and, see what I can do. I remember him stopping me at one point. He said, what are you doing? And I'm like, well, I'm trying to rearrange this. I think it'll look better if we do it like this. And he says, I don't want you to rearrange things. I have a specific reason that I put things where I do. He says, but you go ahead and you can have this little section right here to do your thing, whatever you want to do. We'll see how it works. He says, and if it works, we'll keep it. And if not, we'll, go back to my way tomorrow. And so I basically would, I set it up how I thought that it would look really good. And I was pleased with myself. It looked great. Well, I noticed at the end of the day that those products that I rearranged did not sell like they normally did. Now, my grandfather at the end of the day, he came up to me and he said, well, it doesn't look like you did as well as we usually do on certain items that you got. He says, and let me explain to you why. He says, you see, a lot of people don't come by and just buy rhubarb. He says, and you got your rhubarb here. He says, but when I sell all the rhubarb out in the day, it's because I put it in a different spot than what you have it in. He says, and let me show you where I put it. And he moved it and put it next to the strawberries. He said, now see, more people are going to come and buy these strawberries, he said, because they like to eat these strawberries just as they are. There's several different uses. But when they see this rhubarb next to it, he says, more people will buy the rhubarb, he said, because they see that it's something that complements their strawberries. They can go home and make a nice strawberry rhubarb pie, where maybe they didn't want to eat the rhubarb by itself, because of the more sour taste, whatever. But combined with the strawberries, that's something that they know is going to be good. He says, so more people are going to buy that, he says, and they're going to, we're going to sell out of it quicker. He said, because it complements the product that it was next to. He says, I position these things, for a reason. And I didn't understand that, exactly what he was talking about, this positioning and everything, because I was kind of young at that time. But now that I look back on it, I could see exactly what he was doing. And we have to do the very same thing in our market. We have to give our customers the best buying experience as possible. We have to position the products just right so that they basically make sense to the customer to buy as they're going through our product funnel. And we have to differentiate ourselves, set ourselves apart from the crowd that's already out there, set ourselves out, out from the competition that's out there. So, the lessons that he taught me are lessons that we need to continue on in our marketing experience, even online today. So let's talk about creating that irresistible offer. First of all, you have to do your research. You need to do your niche research to find niche with buyers and the problems they're having and their wants and their needs. Product research to find out what kind of products they're selling and get ideas that you can use for your own products. Not to just take and steal their product ideas, but to get ideas. We use it as an idea generator to go out and basically look for the products that are already out there selling in your niche and use them as an idea generator to start creating your own products. But remember, you want to add your differentiation to those products that you're finding. Competitive research to find out a way to differentiate yourself from the competition. You need to go and do the research and research the competition that's out there, because if you don't, you're going to end up doing the same things that they're doing and you're not going to be able to set yourself apart from the market that's already out there. Do I have an interest in creating it and at least have some knowledge or at least willing to do a lot of research on the topic? You need to be interested in what you're doing to be able to make it something that's worth to wake up in the morning and want to go to work at getting it done. If not, if you're not interested, you're going to slowly just kind of fade away. You need to have some knowledge, and if you don't have that knowledge, you have to be willing to do a lot of research on the topic to gain that knowledge. Because remember, you want to come across as an expert, somebody that's knowledgeable about the topic. If you don't, why would anybody want to buy from you? So, how can you create an irresistible offer that will be compelling enough for your target market to take action and open their wallet up and buy if you don't know who your target market is, you don't know what their problems are and what they're actively looking for, and the information that they really, really want, and you don't know who your competition is and how you can differentiate or create well positioned products that complement your or competition's existing product base? Or you have no interest or no knowledge in what you're creating, or no drive or ambition to at least do the research to gain the knowledge. How can you possibly create something that your market does that really wants if you don't know that following information right there? It's impossible. It would be like a hit and miss thing, and that's not what you want to do. And I think that's a lot of what's going on out there. And, a lot, basically, one of the things that's going on in our marketplace right now, and sadly enough, it's most of the people selling the get rich and the IM products, they see the product as an afterthought. And I know this for a fact because I've heard people say it doesn't matter what you create because they're not going to use it anyway. So it doesn't matter if it's full of all that value. Just get out there and create something and get it out there and start making money. And that's very sad to hear those kind of things. To hear that, to that the people that are creating products are thinking of the product as an afterthought and not as something that we're creating that is going to serve our marketplace in a very beneficial manner. So what makes an irresistible product? First, you have to know, does my product or service have relevance? And that's finding that targeted market and creating a product that is going to serve them and serve their needs, solve their problems. It has to have relevance. Do I have a targeted audience and the right audience? You're not just throwing a product out there online for everybody. You want to target it specifically to those people that are looking for a solution to their problem, and you are the one providing that solution. Can the prospect see that there is credibility? Basically, meaning your customers can see that it's got, that it's actually going to be able to solve their problems. Is there true value, a return of investment to the customer? Does the customer see a risk to them to purchase? If they see any kind of risk in purchasing your product, they're going to stay away from it. Now, I'm not talking about here about just creating a 30 to 60 day guarantee for them. I'm talking about getting to the place where you're creating products that your customers trust you to deliver the value, where they're basically saying, I know whatever you create is going to be something I need because you're creating it with me in mind. And when they get to that point, they're not caring about your guarantees anymore. They know that you're going to deliver them what they're purchasing, and they're just going to purchase it from you. Is there a sense of urgency? Why should they buy it right now instead of going out and buying something from the competition later? Can the prospect or customer visualize the benefits? They must be able to see the benefits, and those benefits, the way that you write them, must create a picture in their mind so that they can actually visualize themselves benefiting from your product, benefiting from what you're telling them are benefits to your product right now. Does my offer seem too good to be true? This is the believability. They must be able to believe in that product. And you're not out there putting something out there that is so hyped up that just does not seem that it's even going to work or seems too good to be true. Yes, the hype does sell. You need some of that hype in there. If you've got a good product out there, you hype that thing up and make it, sound as good as it is. But make sure that what you're saying actually is there, that there's actually real true value in there, and that people can actually see it and believe it. So how do we research? First of all, we need to get involved with the market. And I'm not talking about just going out and doing some research on who your potential customers might be. That's part of it. You need to get involved. You need to figure out who they are, but you also need to get involved with people that you possibly could be using as partners. You need to get involved with the competition out there. There's more than just going out and finding out who you're going to be marketing to. To be successful, you're going to be spending a lot of time researching, writing, and creating content around your niche, as well as networking with other people within that niche and learning to speak the language of your target market. You've got to sound intelligent about what you're trying to sell. So you've got to learn to speak the language that specific target market is already speaking. If you're creating a product on list building, you better know how to use the terminology that goes along with teaching somebody how to list build. You need to become involved with the market you are targeting. Let your presence be seen. Remember, you need to be seen as an authority in your niche market. So if you're scared about letting your presence be seen, get over it. You need to get out there, get yourself noticed, get yourself helping other people so that they can see that you are actually an authority and an expert in your niche market. Get involved with those that are already selling products out there. Any way that you possibly can, spend time with the market. Solicit feedback, spending time with potential customers. One of the ways to really make this happen for you is to start list building and get customers yourself. Paul and Eric and I are very fortunate that we take list building seriously, and we have, we've basically got ourselves a nice list that we can solicit feedback from the real experts, our customers. We spend time with them. We get to know and understand what their needs are. If we create something that maybe we miss something somehow, they can let us know that, well, if you'd have done this, it would have been just a little bit better. Or if you could present it in this way, I would be able to understand it a little better. And it allows us to go out and create exactly what they need and want, which also allows us in the market that we're in with our private label rights to create something that our customers are going to be able to buy and that their customers are going to really want and benefit from. You can go to blogs, forums, social media platforms, your own list. There's all sorts of different things to go to solicit feedback. One of my favorite places to spend time in is the forums and places like Facebook. Not so much Twitter anymore. I'm pretty much Facebook and into the forums and sometimes blogs. But going out there and finding out what people are talking about, the problems that they're actually having. And a lot of people will identify these problems very quickly when you get in there. You'll notice right away that people are asking, I've got this problem. Does anybody know the solution for it? Well, you want to be the one that is providing the solution. You want to step up to the plate. Even if you're not quite sure of it, go research it and come back with an intelligent answer for that person. Get yourself out there. Attend and network at live events. This is something I can't recommend highly enough. Not only are you going to be able to network with other experts in your niche area, you're also going to be able to network with other people that are just like you. And some of these people are going to be your partners, because what you're going to notice is that they do have different skills that maybe you don't have already. And together you could start up a partnership that basically complements each other and get things done a lot faster. That's one of the ways that I went about things. When Paul and I got started together, we basically complemented each other with, the different things that I didn't enjoy doing. Excuse me, the different things I didn't enjoy doing, like technical things, he excelled in. Traffic generation things, he excelled in, and we each brought the things that we were good at to our partnership. Go to these live events, meet people. You're going to meet people on your level. You're going to meet people that can take you and help get you to the next level. And there's going to be also people that you're going to want to start a relationship because they're going to be instrumental later on helping you get to even a higher level. Attend these things and really use them to your advantage. Email lists give you a simple way to solicit feedback from a real expert, your customers themselves. And this is probably one of the best ways that I use myself to really get involved with my market and find out exactly what they're doing. This is the best way for me to spend time with my customers. Idea generation. Come up with ideas based on our findings from our research on what people want, need, and what's missing to solve their problems. Use competitive analysis to find what is missing in the marketplace. Search for the weaknesses in your competition. These weaknesses are you're going to use these to your advantage, especially if you're strong in them, because this is where you need to fill those holes and set yourself apart from what's already out there. The competition out there does not have every single hole filled when it comes to their products and services that they're offering the market. There's always room for somebody else to step in and fill a hole. You need to look for ways that you can complement what is already out there, because when you do, your competition is going to be able to take your products and see that they have value to be sending out to their customers, and that's when a truly good JV partnership can happen, and it's going to be beneficial to you and to your competition and to their customers as well, because it's adding value all the way around. Stand out above the crowd as something different than everyone else is offering. So when you're starting to think of your ideas and what you're going to be creating, it has to be something that is going to stand out above the crowd, something different than everyone else is doing. And before you begin on the actual product, you need to decide what your product will consist of. Decide what format would be the best for you to use in delivering your solution to the market that is in need. Some of those ways are ebooks and reports, maybe software products, video tutorials, something like you're seeing right now, where you're basically putting a PowerPoint presentation together, capturing the screen in your voice as you teach it, and creating a product. That's probably one of the best ways, because people can actually see the knowledge that you have. They can hear your voice. They can hear your excitement. I really like doing these kind of trainings, and it's something that you really should look into. Interviews, if you don't have your own expertise yet, you can become the expert by association by finding other experts and extracting the information from them to give that information to your clients and to the market. That's a great way. It's one of the ways that I got my start, was actually interviewing the experts. Audio products and podcasts, resource pages, graphic packages and template packages. Maybe you're a good graphic designer, or you're great at writing sales copy or squeeze pages. You can offer templates or graphic packages. Physical packages. Also, it comes right down to, you can offer your time, such as in coaching or phone consultation or freelancing services. It's unlimited where you can go with this, but you have to decide on the product format. Can I over deliver? This is one of my favorite. It's the generosity factor. It's what makes it a no-brainer offer for your customer to buy. It's called many people call it the wow factor. What can we add to our already irresistible offer that creates real, relevant, genuine value? I believe the marketers frequently either don't include bonuses at all, or they pack their product with untargeted, meaningless bonuses that nobody actually wants or even make sense in the mind of customers. Your bonuses, if you're going to add something to your package to give it that extra wow, so when customers say, they're like, man, this package is already great enough, and now look at what he's also offering. I can't, there's no way I can resist this. It must be relevant, must make sense in the customer's mind. Too many people just start throwing a bunch of products in there as bonuses, and they really make no sense to even have them with that product that they're trying to sell, with the front end product. That's not what you want to do, because you're going to lose more customers. In your mind, you think, I'm really over delivering, I'm giving all of these products away. Well, if they don't make any sense to that customer of why they should have those along with what you're trying to sell on the front end, they're probably not going to buy the front end as well. It has to make sense. Everything that's in that product needs to make sense. And I want to kind of show you what I'm talking about, with some of the products that I created. Again, we're going to go back and use some of these as an example of how to really add value. Now, with this product right here, we started out basically creating PowerPoints, basically like we're watching right now, and then we recorded them with Paul and I teaching, and we created the videos to go with this. So now we have a 12-module complete step-by-step video training course along with PowerPoints. Now, one way to add value is not only to give them the videos, but to add the PowerPoints in as well, completely unbranded, so that they can use them for live trainings themselves if that's what they wish to do. Or maybe they want to record the videos in their own voice, and they can start up the PowerPoints and record then. It's already done for them. Another way that we add value is that we know that if they're going to sell this themselves, they're going to need the sales material. So we include a sales letter, and we include the squeeze pages, product download pages, thank you pages, all the templates that they need. Only we don't just offer a bunch of junk stuff out there. We offer the things that are really converting for us. We offer a really nice sales page that we would use ourselves, not something that's just created with a few paragraphs to, as a quick little template for you to basically get out. Because we understand that a lot of people are going to use exactly what they get. So we want to make sure that that's good value for them. Also, one of the other things is we'll add follow-up messages for them to use. We'll write these messages just like message we would be using to include it in our follow-up series that help us sell this, because everybody's not going to buy this the first time around. So when they come into your squeeze page, they go through the follow-up messages that are written specifically to help pre-sell this product. And then we take it a step further in the products that we create. We do different things that help them brand them, maybe like including different graphics to be able to help them sell the product and rebrand it easier. So instead of simple sales, they can use easy sales blueprint. It's rebranded. We offer good graphic packages with them, to basically help them whatever way they can. And like I said before, we created the ebook system to go along with this that would complement this package as well. So it gives another learning experience for the customers to not only see it visually, but to be able to read it as well. And then with our technical course, we create these because it's adding value to this product as well. When somebody buys this product, we can sell them this product because it adds value to what they've already gotten, because this product, the I Am Tech training, is going to help them with the technical aspects of this course. So whatever you're doing, it must add value. Add into it what is really going to wow your customers and make them appreciate what they're actually getting from you. Product pricing. You must offer your products for a price your target market is willing to pay. If they're not willing to pay it, you're missing the mark. Prices you set should produce a profit for your company, or you won't be in business for long. Take into account your time, cost, and what the market is willing to pay. You need to take into consideration the competition products and service prices. You need to take into mind customers' perception of the value. How does your customer see it? All of this is going to be coming from research that you're going to be doing out there. There will be times when you decide to set prices below cost or even free for specific purposes, such as trying to gain entrance into the market, or maybe for list building or branding. But when you're doing these things, a lot of people go, why would I want to give it away for free? Or why do I want to sell it that low? Well, maybe you're having a hard time struggling to gain entrance, or you know that the money really is in the list of a good of good targeted buyers, so you have it at a low, very low front end just to get people into your product funnel. So what you need to be thinking when you're creating these is you need to be thinking what comes next and have that ready, because that's where you understand that the real money is going to be at, is in that back end marketing strategy that you set up. So, even though that you have some things for free, some things at a very low price, there's a specific reason for it, and, for that pricing. So you have to take that into consideration. As a general rule, better products have a higher price. Higher production costs, more or higher quality materials, longer production and creation time, or more selective tests. There's a lot of times that things are going to take a lot longer. There's going to be more cost and time involved, and you're going to want to have a higher price on those products. So take into consideration how much expense you have put into it and how much time. Now, bigger expected advantages for the client. So if your client can see that there's they're expecting a bigger advantage, just because they see that you have a higher price. They associate a higher price of getting more value. And that's not always the case, unfortunately. But you want to, if you have that higher price on it, your customers see that and they expect a higher advantage to them. Consumers without their own opinion nor the capability of directly judging quality may rely on the price to reflect quality. They will prefer to pay a higher price because they expect quality to be better. So if there's no way for them to really judge the quality, the products, or they're not able to form their own opinion, a lot of times they're going to base your price of that product as, as something that is going to be of either higher or lower quality. If they see a higher price, if they can't judge that, they're going to be able to say in their mind, say, well, this is a higher price than the other competitors, so I guess that there's probably going to be more value in here. So they associate the higher prices with more value. Now, an important flaw to consider is that it can be purposely exploited by the seller, with the result that not all highly priced products are of good quality. Remember, I told you that there's a lot of people that look at their product as an afterthought, and they're just throwing stuff out there because in their mind they don't believe anybody's going to use it in the first place. Do not get into that kind of thinking and that kind of mindset. You need to be thinking about your products, the way that you price them, and delivering the actual value and then over delivering what you say is there. You don't want them to buy your products and not find what you just promised them. Competitive pricing is something that's very important, generally used when there's an established market price for a particular product or service. If all your competitors are charging $37 for a 100-page ebook, for example, that's what you should charge. Research your competition. It's important. We sold our 400 and some page ebook for $37. That came with private label rights, the sales material, and everything. Now, why did we do that when we knew that the value was there? Basically, it was what our competition was already selling it for. It was where we were selling this at the time. And also, it's because of people's perception, what we're going to be talking about in just a second, of what the value of an ebook. A lot of times they weren't coming in and seeing all the other value. In their mind, they're thinking, ebook, why is this going to be $67, $97 for an ebook and stuff when everybody else is selling it at $37. So those are kind of things we took into consideration, and we're also using it for a specific purpose for our front end marketing. Competitive pricing is used most often with markets with products that are more difficult to differentiate from another. So basically, if you're creating an ebook and everybody else has got this, the same kind of ebook out there, your page numbers are pretty much the same. It's just, and if that's what you're sticking for and you can't differentiate yourself in a way from the crowd, it's going to be kind of hard to sell that for more than what your competition already is selling theirs for. Market leaders will often set the price that other marketers within the same market will usually be compelled to follow. And that's where Paul and I are working to become, is the market leader, where we can begin to set our prices that everybody else can learn to follow. That they have to start living up to what we're doing, where we're providing the best quality out there, and for them to be able to compete against us, they're going to have to provide the same kind of quality and value to their customers as well. Otherwise, they're not going to be able to compete with the products that we have out there and the prices that we're doing. Be able to defend the prices you set. This is important. Be able to make a case for setting a higher price than the competitors. Example, providing a superior customer service or stronger guarantee is an example of what you could offer there. Now, this is what Paul and I are doing. We've made a case basically for why we are going to be able to sell our products for a higher price than our competitors. And we got a good strong case that we can defend these prices. And the thing of it is that our customers that are buying these products can see it already. They know what we're doing, and they don't even second, guess, or they don't even take another look at the price we're offering, because they know and expect that value to be there, and they know that we're going to deliver that value. So we're able to defend the prices that we set. Perceived value pricing is something that you're going to be dealing with the customer mainly, and what their perception is of your value. How the customer perceives the value of the product determines the maximum price customers will pay. An obvious and important component of perceived value is the differentiation or comparison customers make between you and the competition, where they can actually see that there is a higher perceived value than any of the rest of the competition. They see the differentiation there, what sets you apart from everybody else, and they're willing to be able to pay a little bit more. Perceived value pricing makes you look at things from the customer's perspective. If the customer doesn't or can't perceive the value worth pulling out the credit card and paying you, you need to rethink your game plan. Ways to create perceived value, and one of them that I've been talking about is an established reputation, where you establish yourself a good reputation of delivering nothing but high quality value at all times, something that is serving your market with a purpose. Your marketing message, who you are, what you stand for, and the whole package there, packaging it, sales environments, added bonus offers, and not just any bonus offers, but things that make sense and complement and that have relevance. Testimonials, where other people are sharing. It's like, these guys are it. You need to buy them. I don't even second guess myself anymore. I just buy. Strong guarantees, not just 30, 60-day guarantees like I was talking about earlier. You need to get to the point where you build that relationship with a customer where they trust you every single time, and that eliminates the risk in their mind, where you don't need to have all of these big long guarantees and stuff, because they know they're going to get what they're paying for. They know they're going to get a return on their investment just from your reputation that you have with them. Show benefits, not features. Add affiliate programs, ways for your customers to make money. A higher price. Graphics, and I'm not talking about your sales page graphics. I'm talking about like an image of your product where they can perceive that product as being something real in their mind. Sell, resell, or PLR to your products like Paul and I did. These offer a way for our customers to turn around and get a return on their investment just by selling the product that they just bought from us. Very quickly, we're going to talk about product positioning. We've been talking about this all the way through, and then we're going into differentiation, which we've been kind of discussing all the way throughout this video, but this is very important. I want you to take a look at this basically here. We've got our products down here. These are going to be your low-end products that are going to start helping your customers, and you want to lead them up this ladder to the solution to the customer's problem. Now, you're probably saying in your mind, why wouldn't you provide this one right here? If this is the total solution to the problem, why wouldn't you provide that down here when they first come in instead of waiting? Well, many times this product up here is so extensive, or there's going to be so much involved with it, that it's going to be very hard to get somebody in to actually say yes to it down here. You need to bring them in with your lower front end products and get them to start knowing you and liking you and trusting you to be able to deliver what's really up here. Maybe this is your high end coaching program that you're going to be selling for $5,000-$10,000 for somebody to come in, or even higher, that they're coming in where you're working on them one-on-one, helping them to set up and build their business. They might not think that that's something that they have to have right now. It's going to be a harder sell. So you bring them in down here, and your job is to fill every single rung of this ladder, every gap, and control this ladder as much as possible, adding your products and affiliate products and into this where it makes sense for your customer to climb up the next step, reaching this ultimate solution up here. This is a great way to do affiliate marketing, and this is probably the best way that really will set your affiliate marketing apart from the rest of them. Is not just throwing any affiliate product out there, but positioning those affiliate products on the rungs of these ladders where they make sense, because you don't have to create all these products that you've put on this position on this ladder. You can take them actually and position products that other people made, or you can take private label right products and just rebrand them and put in here, because your customer is going to love you because you're the one that delivered them the results that they're getting, and that's what's going to make them excited and stick with you. So you need to fill as much of that gap on that ladder as possible and control it. Product differentiation. Basically, product differentiation is a marketing process that showcases the difference between products. Differentiation looks to make a product more attractive by contrasting its unique qualities with other competing products. It's what sets you apart, your unique selling proposition, why they should buy from you instead of everybody else. This is your action designed to produce products or services that customers perceive as being different from your competition. Successful product differentiation leads to customer preference for products and or services. Customers' preferences lead to premium prices paid for products and or services and the competitive advantage. This is what I've been talking to you about. This is what Paul and I have been successful at doing, and that you need to be able to do as well. It's going to really help you create that irresistible product where your customers see yours as being different from everybody else, offering better value than everybody else. It allows you to set premium prices and have the competitive advantage where you are now the leader in the market. So we need to discuss how or who will create your product. You might just want to create it yourself. The drawbacks are cost, time, and know-how. And I know this because Paul and I create our products ourselves. We don't have these outsourced, although we could. There are some times that we outsource graphics or things like that because there's other people that can do better graphics than what we do, and we want the best. But we create them ourselves, and you might want to be doing that yourself. Or you might be interested in outsourcing. If you are interested in outsourcing your project or experienced freelancers, you can easily find trustworthy professionals from the following freelance marketplaces. You could go to places like guru.com, elance.com, scriptlance, and probably three of my favorites are the next three: thewarriorforum.com, odesk.com, and partner with other marketers. I really like partnering with other marketers and using the skills that they have that complement the weaknesses that I have. And that's probably one of the best ways to actually get things done, is building that strong relationship with somebody that you know, like, and trust. And that's, the kind of relationship that Paul and Eric and I have. We trust each other. We know the value that each other they serve to their marketplace, and we know that that's not going to change. And we partner together, and we do it very well. But going to the Warrior Forum is a great place where, not only to research, but to find people that are willing to do, some of the freelancing for you, to write articles or to do graphics or to basically even record your videos if that's what you want, or create PowerPoints for you. Odesk.com is another great place. Or you could use private label rights products. Private label rights products, and the reason we create them is if they're created correctly, if they really add the value, these are amazing products to have. They take away all the cost and the time and the know-how of creating it. All you have to do is focus on rebranding it with your own brand and your own name, and repackaging it to set yourself out apart from anybody else that's out there in the marketplace that maybe have private label rights to this. You don't want to just grab a private label right, although the ones that we create, that some people actually do and are very successful. They just take them and, as is with the sales material, throw them out there and start generating an income. To really do it good, though, you need to be able to rebrand it and repackage it and set yourself apart. But private label right packages are amazing. You need to make sure that you're finding them, especially if you don't understand what you're doing, finding good quality private label right products that have the value already there. They're just waiting for you to rebrand for your own. All right, let's talk about creation to marketing keys. These are the things that we really need to focus on. These are the things we've been talking about through this whole presentation. Kind of want to bring this to a close now and show you exactly what things that you need to concentrate on. First of all, you need to realize you need to do the research that's needed out there. It's very important to research your market, to know exactly what problems they're facing, that you can create the solutions for them. Create the right products. Price products correctly. Product positioning and product differentiation, what sets you apart from your competition. And this is something that's really, really important. Focus on adding value to the marketplace you are serving. Serve with a purpose. You need to be able to get to the point where you realize that you have to give in order to receive back. Serve your market with a real, true, genuine purpose. List building. List building is very, very important. It's one of the reasons that Paul and I are coming out with a list building course here in the next week, because this is something that is very important, and we know it's very important. It helps all the rest of the stuff that we've been talking about become easier for you to do. You've got a group of customers and potential customers sitting on your list that you can control the messages that go out to. You can use them for your research and use what they're saying to create the right products. It's just going to help you easier, you go about the things easier about really getting the right products out to the market. Stay consistent. When you start adding value, don't go backwards. Make sure that you consistently add the value and build that strong relationship. Build up the right kind of reputation with your marketplace and then stay consistent in it. All right, I want to thank you for watching this. Again, this is Jeff Wellman, and I've been here with my partners Eric Homeland and Paul Counts, who you've seen in the first video. If you haven't watched it, that's something that you really need to watch. I want you to be watching for Eric Homeland's video coming up next, where he's going to be revealing to you how he has made hundreds of thousands of dollars using and marketing private label rights products in his business as well. An amazing guy. Eric is basically one of the real deals that are out there, and it's a privilege to have him as one of my partners during this. I really want you to be paying attention to what he has. He's got a lot of great information that he's going to be sharing with you. Again, I want to thank you for watching this. This is the Real Guys, realmoney.com, and what I want you to do right now is go down below there and make some comments. We would love to hear what your thoughts are about what we're doing here, and just get a chance to get to know who you are and what you are all about and what you stand for yourself. Thanks again for watching.